Hey, let's get this showboat on the road. And happy Saturday night, everybody. I'm enjoying the daylight savings time here. It's kind of
Hey,
rough when
let's
you're
get this.
first starting it, but I appreciate that it's still light enough out at almost 7:45 at night. And good evening to all of you to a live stream. Quite a few things to go over today. We're going to talk affairs of the heart. 3, 2, 1, blast off. Four scores. How are you? Four scores. I can't give you any love advice. All right. Four scores is like, thank God for that. Oh, barely had time to cut the grass today. How you doing, Jose? Good to see you. Let me adjust my screen here. I'm gonna be interested. Hello, quirky girl. There's my official mascot. I'm gonna see if at the 5 minute mark Streamlabs just did another update. God help us, right? Bar the doors and everything. Did I just download it and installed? Let's see what happens at the 5 minute mark. I've got Shimei, how are you doing? I've got a guest appearance by Four Scores tonight. Good to see you. Best to Claire and Rev Low, how you doing? And Money Order, Noreen, I got your message today. Thank you. Shiloh Rose, good to see you. Rio Bird, hello. Sharon Sheridan, good to see you. Maggie, anybody else that I missed here? Apologies. I'm just adjusting a few things. I'm kind of hoping we don't get that 5 minute goof out. Thank you, quirky girl. Well, it was kind of with mixed emotions that I go live tonight because, um, hey Sandra, as many of you know, I think of myself as kind of an entertainer on YouTube, a traveler, an uploader, a person that enjoys the connection that I have with you out there. But you cannot help it. How you doing, Carolyn? And we'll tear into this later. You cannot help it sometimes that you're going to get across a lot of people on YouTube. Okay, and some people assume rightly and wrongly that you have inroads and you can fix things, you can be a fixer and things like that. We're going to get into that in a little bit. Hey Stan, Jackie Blue, how are you? Hi Liz, asked where you were yesterday. Was hoping you were okay. Yeah, we always ask about my quirky girl. Hey Philip, good to see you. Mayhem, what's going on? Good to see you tonight. Hi Robin. Come on in. We've been expecting you. I ain't the love boat, and I'm going to try to get that squared away tonight once and for all. Hello, Maybella. How are you? Mike Jordan, good to see you. Excelente. We've got the whole A crowd in here tonight. It's a working day for me. I wish I was a little more rested. I was running back and forth doing a little work this morning. Then I took time off to be on Real Stream News this morning. I appreciated being on with CJ and Real Stream News and getting caught up over there. And then quickly cut the grass, and then it was back off to work again. I'm a worker bee, okay? I'm a worker bee. That's what I do. I'm sitting here waiting for my stimulus check, okay? I can't I can't get the wheels turning till I have a little bit in the pocket. You know what I'm saying? So, well, thank you, Sandra. Hey, Yogi's back. How you doing? What's up, Bobby? How you doing? Uh, your taxes should be done tomorrow, Bobby. I'm now doing 9 people's taxes this year. 9. Okay, but you're still on the top of the list. Hello, Sharkbait. Hello, Lip. Nice to see you. You are special, quirky girl. You're very special to us over here. So we got Bobby in here today. Um, let's see what else is going on before we get into stuff, and then I have an open chat tonight. Hello, frustrated lurker. How are you? Good to see you tonight. Um, um, I think, and I don't know. One thing I've learned in life over the years, and I'm going to talk about the renovation project that I've been engaged in at the boss's house, and it's been going on for the better part of a month. And like all the trades, flooring has to fit in where it can, and it's usually last. Okay, so I'm not going to press and say I'm coming down. One thing I've learned about the boss is you don't press the boss when it comes to doing work. So I'm thinking a week, 10 days. We have Easter week. Yeah, I hope I catch a break too. Hi, Scottish. How you doing? Hello, Robert. I need a break too. Okay, because I'm not even involved in a lot of this crap, and it's finding its way into my Gmails and my messages and things like that. But I'm gonna get into that in a couple of minutes. Oh, just don't have it in you. How you doing, Jackie Blue? Good to see you. Santa Rosa local here. Miss your Maryland videos. When are you doing more? Man, I wish I could split myself into 5 parts, right? So I do want to make my way back to Maryland. I was unable to properly. My father passed away in December at the height of all the last big epic wave of COVID. And I feel it in my heart to get back there and have my personal goodbye, which we couldn't have because of COVID-19. So it'll be coming. It'll be coming. I don't even know, Bootsy. Shout out to Bootsy Spruce. I'm not sure. So good evening, Teresa. Good to see you. So that's is yeah. Did we get the blip tonight? I'm not sure. Did we get that blip? I'm not sure if we got that blip. Somebody can tell me if we got that blip out there, that Streamlabs blip. Bella Rose, there she is, the queen of Buffalo. I look thin? Are you kidding? Oh, God. Really? Okay, I look thin. All right. Have it your way at Burger King. I'm just feeling pretty good. I'm at the weight that I want to be here. So, as you know, I've been on a keto diet for quite a while. So I think that that's finally having borne some results. So we still had the blip. I don't know what the hell it is. Like I say, you would think that it would be something that Streamlabs would get to be squared away. You got the blip and you never had it before. Boy, that update worked. That update just worked beautifully, didn't it, from Streamlabs? I don't know. I don't know anybody else that's got the 5-minute blip. I ought to have, thank you, Shimei. I ought to have my head examined for still being the one to use Streamlabs on. Even CJ today was talking about it's just so glitchy all the time. It's so screwed up. Yeah, just refresh your connection if you're having a problem here. So I'm thinking that I'm going to be on that flooring job in a week or 10 days. So what are we going to do in the meantime? Well, we're waiting for our stimulus check here, i.e. our travel fund coming up. Very important to have that. How are things going to mesh together on the travel? I don't know. Right. And people be blowing my phone. Is Chris coming up? And don't it. Don't have them. Do have them. Don't. I feel like my head's spinning. Okay. But I need to do some more work here to sort of prepare just in the eventuality that happens. Katie, good to see you. Good to see you in the real here. I play stuff very much by ear. I'm not a super big planner. I don't like to have things planned to a T in my life because I'm still trying to juggle work, running this place, which is when springtime comes and the grass is growing and the bushes are all shooting out and things are happening here and spring is in full bloom. I got my hands full here. I'm one person on this big property here. And it is, sometimes I dream of those people that have condominiums and apartments. They can just close the door, lock it up, and split. I have to have the fear in my head that when I come back, I might not even be able to get into the driveway anymore because the bushes need tending to. or the grass is going to be so high that I need to employ a high mower to come in and cut the grass. Just a lot. Always stuff breaking down. Always stuff to go on. Hi, Susie. How are you? Good to see you. Maybella, why are you repeating and repeating your statement? I guess it's on your end, Maybella. What's up, boss? I don't think I'm repeating myself over and over again, Maybella. So maybe you've got the stream on twice or something like that. Okay. So I need a hug. Okay. I need a hug. I need some love. All right. I need some love. I enjoy it because the breakfast show was always fun. Thank you, Shiloh Joe. Jackie Blue. Yeah, I need your body over here on Monday. Well, then Monday it's going to be. Okay. But that just shifts off my travel plans for after Easter. Okay, so there it is. The boss says he needs my body over there on Monday. So that's going to push things for about a week or so until I hit the road. But that's good. My stimulus money will arrive. My travel fund will be there. So that is fantastic. And hi, Nikki Blue. Hey, Toodles. And I have said to this year, 2021, that people would come first, especially my closest and dearest friends, the boss and Janet. And I've made that amply clear in 2021. So it looks like Monday, be hitting the road to finish that job up. So there will be content down there to come out. My beautiful friend Jesse said, hello. Well, hello, Jesse. Yeah, Scott has said, I'll come out there and hug you real tight. I might want to do Worcester stuff with you, Scottish. I'm saying Worcester and Worcester. Hey, Sunny girl. You hug me with the prayers. That's awesome. That's good. So that kind of puts paid to that. All right. Now, I have sharpened my travel plans. I'm not going to Las Vegas. I'm not going to LA. I may or may not make it down to Palm Springs that far on this swing and down to Slab City. Although I would like to. How you doing, twin thing? Would be tomorrow. Well, I'm not going to be able to make it tomorrow. I got too much stuff to do around here tomorrow to be down there tomorrow. So you like the Cecil? Hope you go back. Thank you, Darla. I hope you guys check out all of the Mexican videos. Okay, they're all in a playlist. All you have to do is just sit back, boom, push play. I'm delighted today. I don't often go over to the Rosie Murphy channel, the B channel, but I'm getting messages. Hey, dear Rosie Murphy, good news. One of your videos is taking off over here. Lo and behold, I go over and it's from Reno in 2014, and it's my Marilyn Monroe moment, which is now number 3 on YouTube, which is pretty cool when you think about it. I'm competing with the Princess of Wales or whatever, right? I mean, whoever Kate Middleton is and all that. Your closest and bestest friend, yeah. Gun show, Squeak Sig. You like the Rat Pack and all that. Yeah, Bobby is here. Yes, Bobby's right above you there, Susie. I did not have time to organize a kitchen stadium tonight. There's only so many hours in a day. I wanted to, but there was just too much going on here, and I can't. I've almost had to turn my phone off now and just go in about every 6 hours or so, but we'll get to that. I'm not ready to go back to Vegas. That'll be sometime in April. Coming up, I got freebies. I got a free stay. I'm not going to waste it. I'm going to take advantage of that. Okay, I get 3 free weekday nights, and I'm gonna damn use them. Okay, I'm gonna definitely use them coming up, but that'll give time for things to warm up. So what I've decided to do is, when you have seen me go to Vegas and to LA, I'm always tooling down Interstate 5. Well, I've been in this state. This will be the 23rd year that I've been in California coming up. Baltimore native, now in California. And there's still a hell of a lot I have not seen here in this state. So I have decided instead of I-5 going down south, I'm going to go on, I believe it's called 99, California 99, which shoots right down the fabled Central Valley of California. Now, why would I do that? Number one, I don't want to be there in the heat of summertime. Okay, when it's 113 in the days and you're roasting, thank you, Susie, and you are literally roasting your ass off down there. There's no marine layer to come in to save the day. You are just roasting in the equivalent of Vegas heat down there. How you doing, Liz? That's number one. I got to get it while the getting's good. And even then, I'm going to have temperatures in the upper 80s to low 90s. No doubt about that. Okay. That's number one. Number two, there's a whole lot of stories to be told. The Central Valley of California is 450 miles long and 50 miles wide. Something of, I don't know, 1/3 of all the fresh produce and half of the winter produce of America. And also over into Arizona and Yuma, fresh vegetables and come out of this area. So it's a very big agricultural area. It has the biggest winery in the world, the Ernest and Julio Gallo. It's got Sun-Made raisins, where that was all born and where that came from. It's got some amazing places to see over there, and there's a lot of stories to be told, and there's a lot of good cheap eats to be had there, right? Because so having an extra week is going to allow me to do some research and to learn before I go, because I like to put the time and effort in. So I'm bringing you guys the whole story, okay, the complete story of what I can tell. There's murder, there's mayhem, there's undrinkable groundwater, so full of nitrates that down in a place to Mendota, they've had kids birth defects and things like that and just had to basically, there's a lot of stories to be told down there. So there's a lot of cool things to see, and I'm going to see them. And I'm going to start out at the birthplace of my best friend Janet in Modesto, California. And I am going to work my way down south through the Central Valley, all the way down Fresno, past Fresno, and hopefully down into the lower valley where I can turn off and hit Palm Springs and hit Slab City and those kind of things. Well, you say the valley is a joke. I don't know, Bobby. I've never been down there before. Okay, I'm usually whizzing down Interstate 5, right? I'm not going down 99. If it's a joke, then we'll all have a few laughs, okay? If it's interesting, usually if something, I mean, it's dangerous. Look up a city like Modesto, you have a crime rate that is 100% above the national average. There's only 3% of cities in America that are more dangerous than Modesto. Well, that's kind of attractive to me. All right. I mean, I want to see what the story is. All right. And check it out. So there are stories to be told down there, and I'm going to tell them, and I'm going to bring it. And I'm going to bring the features, I'm going to bring the food reviews, and we're going to visit and check out a lot of small towns along the way down there. And by the time you're done that journey, my hope is that you'll have an intimate understanding of what the whole Central Valley is. Yeah, people live out there. Not everybody lives on the coast, right? A lot of people live out there. It's going to be a fun trip. Fresno has a thriving arts and music, exactly. So I go in with a couple things. Respect. Respect, respect, respect. No offense, Bobby. But if I go down there and I'm having the idea that it's a joke, then I'm apt to have big problems, right? But if I go down there with cultural sensitivity and open mind about things, you know what? I'm going to have a good time, and you guys are going to have a good time. Okay, and I think that's very exciting. Yes, we will do a ride by the Peterson home, of course, the infamous home of Scott Peterson, who sits on death row. And for those of you who haven't seen it or new to the channel, I visited San Quentin Prison. Yes, I did. Okay, and you can tour San Quentin Prison. Did you know that? Being a public facility. Just don't wear jeans when you go in. All right, because if the shit hits the fan and there's a prison melee, right, your jeans make you a potential target for those itchy finger guys up in the towers in California's death row. All right. I've stood in front of Scott Peterson's art in the death row gift shop down there, the death row artist shop featuring art from death row inmates. A very, very bone chilling experience. Your taxes will be done. Okay, it's going to be a planned trip. Okay, but one thing I'm going to do is keep an open mind. I hope to meet a lot of cool people. I'll probably, it's inevitable that I'll have a dust up or two, particularly if I'm doing a live stream or something like that. But that should add to the interest of the trip, I think. When I start that journey, I'm going to give you a heads up. There will be live streams. Maybe the first night, the live stream will be on this channel. And it's my intention at that point in time and thereafter to take live streams when I'm on the road over to the Rosie Murphy channel. Just to give you a heads up. So if you want to be there on those evening chooches, if you want to be there on the drive arounds and things like that, you want to make sure that you're subbed over there. I'm trying to segregate my content. Okay, to just separate it and make it easier for the YouTube algorithm. Yeah, I'm taking a trip. Yeah, that's right. Cobra John says each one of the valley towns has a gem of their own, and I'm in there to dig into backstories. Okay, I'm not here. Oh, this is this, and you know, what do you think of that? You know, I'm not there to do that. I want to find out what makes it tick. I want to find out what made Janet the product that she is today. Okay, with that Central Valley, being born in Modesto and raised there and all that. So I want to check that out. Hello, Justin. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. It'll be a good time. But please make sure if you do want to catch these streams, which there will be, I'm going to do recorded content and a lot of recorded content because it memorializes better on YouTube. But the live streams are a hell of a lot of fun when you can walk a main street at night and you can even look around daytime. We can have a blast doing that. You like the gold country, Bobby. I understand that because you and your little scout buddies go up to the hills, up in the foothills of the Sierras and do your little Boy Scout reunion thing. I get that. But I'm going to be honest with you, Bobby. Sitting around the Consumes River drinking beer with a bunch of old farts talking about life in the 1930s or whatever. Right? You know where I'm going, Bobby. Right? You enjoy your fun, brother. I'm going down where the action is and where the people are and where the stories are. And no offense, man, but they're not found sitting riverside, staring at a can of Budweiser in your hand, okay, contemplating your navel. Sorry, just not my idea. Not my idea of a good time. Yes, I saw that quirky girl via Cab TV's videos that yes, Echo Park is being cleared. It's about time. If they ever announce the day that they're going to clear Griffith Park, I'll put it in gear for LA because I want to be there that night. You heard the song, the day they drove old Dixie down. Well, the day that they take back the MacArthur Park is going to be a total and complete shit show. Okay, nothing's going to be easy for LA to reclaim its areas. Yeah, I'm interested in the stories too. How do I feel about the removal of all homeless people from Echo Park? I approve of it, Quirky Girl. I approve of it because the park is for the citizens, all of the citizens of Los Angeles, especially those that live over in the Silver Lake and Echo Park area over there. And because of the overtaking of these parks by the homeless populations, it's not my concern where they go. That's not my responsibility. I didn't put them there. But because of their presence in these parks, they have totally deprived the average citizen, tax-paying citizen, of the right to use that park, to have clean restroom facilities in a non-rat infested environment. Good luck, right? It'll be coming. It'll be coming, I'm telling you. Yeah, the foothills are a world of difference. Yeah, that's it. The journey of a big cleanup begins somewhere, and they've chosen to begin that at Echo Park, and I applaud that. I'm going to say something. I have a lot of sympathy. I hand out a lot of money over the course of a year. I've learned not to put it on camera because people always want to guess your motives when you do that. So I don't put it on camera anymore, but I give out a lot of things here and there. I don't have a lot of sympathy for lazy people. Okay, I don't have a lot of sympathy for people that just continuously, despite programs and thousands of dollars of rehab services available, continue to destroy their lives out there. It's reached the point that they're holding the rest of the city of LA hostage, and that's the way I feel about it. Right? There's no such thing as tough love. No, I don't. Yeah, it's fine, Skylar. You got your opinion, and I got mine, and I honor your opinion. But I've been around too much on the streets, and I've looked in the eyes of these people, and I've assessed what's going on down there. Okay? All right. So I can come up with a. Thank you, Craig. I can come up with a different idea. I have sympathy for the homeless, but I also have sympathy for the people that live in LA and have seen their city utterly brought to its knees. Okay, where people can't walk down the sidewalks anymore. They dare not go out at night. Okay? It's a city that is totally spun out of control. And it's got to start somewhere. That's right. That's my opinion. Okay, we don't know. Some people have been. Yeah, we can talk about those people, and those people are certainly out there. And society, Liz, has a responsibility to help those people to the best of their ability. Okay. But when I look around and I walk around and I see people 18 to 30 years old, which comprise, I would say, 50% of the population, 60% of the population in these areas, you know, it is a sticky wicket. It is a sticky wicket, but you've got to reclaim the street. You've got to reinfuse that tourist base down there. They've destroyed that. Walk down Hollywood Boulevard. Who in the hell wants to go down there anymore? Okay, stars are crumbling. People are taking crowbars and pulling up the brass brass plaques and things in the ground. I mean, it's lousy. Okay. Yeah, it used to be a nice area, and now it's a junk dump. But I will say this again. In my opinion, and I've always backed this up, and I didn't need my training three-quarters of the way to a credential in special education to tell me that there's differently abled people and there's people that genuinely need help in society, and that's our responsibility to take care of those people. Okay? But I'm sorry, there's a good measure of those people that are they're just free riding down there. Okay, and they have zero incentive to remove themselves from that situation. Yeah, the fence is not a bad place to be. Being on the fence, Quirky Girl, means that you can see both sides, as I do. But I know if you continue to degrade a city like Los Angeles and you allow it to continue spiraling down, and now out of these centers of homeless on Broadway and Echo Park and um, MacArthur Park, you can go now a mile away and even all the way up 11 miles up the road. Drive up Wilshire Boulevard and you can just see trash uncollected on the side of streets. People have now gotten it into their head that data doesn't matter. It's just if you don't want that sofa anymore, just carry it out where you park your car on the front street next to the sidewalk and dump all your crap you don't want there. You guys have seen me metal detecting in those areas. Open garbage, food containers, diapers, baby carriages, broken TVs, street after street after street. Once people get the idea that it's not necessary to take steps to clean up or to keep their environment nice, they're going to let loose. There's nobody to find them or to know anybody. And I've seen this happen over 23 years of visiting LA, and it's scary to me. It is scary to me. It explains that everybody profiting off the homeless. I hope not. I hope not. But we have a person we talk about often who is no better than faux beggars. I don't know, Amanda. I don't know. If you're talking about Chris, I don't know. I don't know. I see him as pretty self-sustaining now on YouTube with his recent success and things like that. And God willing, that will continue. Don't ask me to pay, though. Exactly. No, because I work downtown and a lot of them choose to be homeless. And that's the sad part. Darlene, that's the 800-pound elephant in the room. Gorilla or whatever. That's the thing. We dare not say in the state of California, we don't recognize laziness anymore and sloth and ways to get people off of these programs of support. Because let's face it, people are giving people. You got people every hour on the hour running around with Salvation Army food carts and blankets and chairs and coats and clothing and morning time. Here comes the First Baptist Church of Echo Park or whatever. Their trucks roll up. They're giving out breakfast and here's your lunch. Here's your lunch box too. Here's some blankets. Here's some fresh tarps for your home. All the city. Oh, we'll put some sanitizing hand stations there. You understand what I'm saying? That's the situation that I have. What's up, Pansy? Yeah, it was very nice when I got there. Well, they always say people are leaving California, but the state continues to grow. That's the reality because the climate and things will always be a natural attract. And the only German invasion telling the planning guards made showers, kitchens, all gone. Where's the incentive, Susie? To do that. That's nice hunting coyotes you found in 1888. got to be a way to fix it is going to be through tough love. Okay, that's the way it's fixed. It's what somebody told me that was coming around cleaning the park one day when we were standing there looking, and I was just shaking my head. And he said it's called the pigeon theory down here. If you sit on a park bench the first day and you throw pieces of bread out, you might have, as he said, you might have two or three pigeons come down. You do that the second day, you're going to have six pigeons. You come down the third day, you're going to have 12 pigeons. The fourth day, 24, and so on up, scaling right up. Till pretty soon you got a major problem on your hand. Okay. All right. How you doing, nomadic weather bear? If you got given to homeless, you get fined, right? Because Florida, the East Coast has a different mentality about things, but because of the tremendous wealth and the tremendous wealth that's spun off by California, everything from Tesla to Google to Facebook to Adobe, uh, just on and on and on. People are guilted and people feel, people just feel like just throw money at it and then I'm good to go. No, you need solutions. Liz, I agree with open chest. I got a lot of heart, but I can kind of differentiate on the street who, in my opinion, even if it's not a full-blown study on my part, I can kind of tell who's really messed up out there and who really could use a few bucks in the pocket. A five spot here and there. And who's partying and having a good time at MacArthur Park and blasting the radios and kicking ass down by the lake and all that. There's just a disincentive in LA to get out of there, to get out of that frame of mind, precisely because I think so many people feel guilted that they throw a lot of money. How you doing, Janet? Okay, we have enough for everyone. We just need to take from the ones that have so much and give. Yeah, but Elizabeth, we need to have earned things. You can't just take money from those who have economically found a way to enrich themselves, either through invention, innovation, efficiencies, and doing things. We cannot just willy nilly punish these people because then we blunt the creativity, we blunt the desire to work your ass off to bring something new to fruition. That's the danger of that. If we overtax that, we sap creativity. On the other hand, if we just give people and redistribute wealth, then we've recreated Los Angeles on a grand scale, right? So you can see, I mean, there's two sides of that issue. Hey Jennifer, how you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, I'm too surprised if San Diego Cobra John lets those Skid Rows go. Hey, Simply Wicked. People are going to go under this guy's pigeon theory. People are going to go um, where the living is easy. Okay, good, great climate. Don't ever have to worry. Maybe it rains 20 days a year, 30 days out of the year, sunshine, nice temperatures, good food, good friends. You got your crew and you're good to go. Hey, Dora! But people didn't earn it. I don't believe that they stole it, Elizabetta. Are you going to tell me Jeff Bezos stole from the people? He might not like how the people are paid now. But would you call him a thief for the idea that he had? Would you call Google a bunch of thieves because of the idea of having organized search on YouTube and on Google? Would you call Facebook thieves because he found a way to bring people together to share their personal lives? And on a platform. I don't know. I suspect my local car dealer may be more of a thief than these people when it's all said and done. So, how you doing, Sheila? Now, I will say that when you do have a ill distribution of wealth for the common good, I do believe the taxes need to go higher. And we've had low taxes, I think, since the 80s. I don't think we really, I think Bush Sr. pushed one through, cost him the election. But as Biden knows, if you push it through early, then people forget by election day. But I'm not averse to higher taxes on those that have wealth for sure. My concern will be how are they going to spend the money on the other side? Who's going to be the czar of distribution? Who's going to be the great and powerful Wizard of Oz behind that curtain? Who decides who's going to get it and who's not? Therein lies corruption. Okay, therein lies a maldistribution of wealth. You're going to put wealth in the hands of people that don't have any clue how to properly take care of that. That's the danger of that. What's up, Goldie? Hey, Eve. You would have to prove that to me, Dragon Gem. As it stands now, I'll believe that what you say is urban is a myth. It's a legend. You can't tell me the greatest fortunes that exist now had anything to do with inherited wealth. The great room downstairs in the hallway. Well, thank you, Peter. So, why are you saying way to go? Who made ribs and dinner? Yeah, I could use those. I could use those ribs again. Bobby, you owe more taxes too, by the way. I've done your federal taxes, but get your checkbook out. All right. You're just the kind of person that this conversation is designed for. Okay? Steak tonight, but I usually make ribs. Hey, Jasmine, how you doing? Beautiful. So that's, I do believe that taxes, as Justice Oliver Wendell Holmes said when he decided for the Supreme Court, wrote the opinion about challenging the Tax Act of 1913, that taxes are the price to pay for a civilized society, and I believe that there's a lot of truth for that. Okay, so I do believe in that. Yeah, that's right, Craig. No worries at all. Oh, well, thank you, Roddy Dog. I appreciate that. Yeah, pay your taxes, Bobby. Because, brother, you're going to be breaking out that paycheck again. All right. Yeah, there's Sunny, 38.7%. She's got it down to a T. I think Bobby falls into that bracket, too. You need to get married again, Bobby, or something like that. Yeah, I'm waiting for my stimulus, too. Yeah, so that's enough about our theories of government taxation. And I don't want to bore anybody with that, but just understand this. It's one thing to read the newspaper. It's another thing to see television. It's another thing to see alternative media. It's another thing to get on your computer and investigate. But I tell you, down on street level, the places I walk and the places I go, I wouldn't take you guys with me on a personal basis for fear that something might happen to you. But down in real life, walking through those rat-infested parks and seeing the reality gives somewhat of a, it moves the needle a little bit on your thoughts about where LA's going. And this is something I've talked about for 2 years. You guys know when I get down to LA, I do an upload about the future of LA. The mayor better get a handle on this and all of that. So Hey freak, how you doing? Yeah, dear Abby, we're gonna get into that now. Prefer alternative media. That's cool. Whatever you get your source, being on the street is wow. It's in your face, and your eyes are moving, and it's not like you're passively just walking down the street in your neighborhood like you've seen everything 1,000 times before, so you don't even notice it. You're walking down and you see everything, everything. Can somebody explain to me why there's a necessity to destroy bathrooms in public parks? Right? Where's that urge? Where does that fit into the Reformation model? Right? That there's that inclination to go in and rip a sink off the wall or clog up toilets and flush them or take a dump and don't even go near the toilet, right? Or just you see a mirror and you just take a stone and you just smash it, right? Or you just people just come and they take their screwdriver and they remove the stainless steel and things, the door fittings from things to take them and to sell them as scrap and stuff like that. I'm alternative media, yeah. Um, explain that to me. If they bought it and paid for it, oh, you better believe they'd have 24 hour. Somebody on the crew would be standing watch 24/7 on alternating shifts to make sure it's protected. But if you don't own it, you don't really have an interest in it. It's not your concern. It's the next guy down the line. Yeah, if you're homeless, why destroy sinks? And that's a common theme of all this stuff is just utter destruction. Why would somebody turn over a spot pot in a park? Well, you could say maybe in a fit of, meth rage or something like that. Somebody just went off the rails. I understand that. So, yeah, manage them all. I hear you, Sandra. Oh, there we go. Watching random YouTube. Beautiful. Oh, well, thank you, Liz. I appreciate that. I thought that was bored too, destroying the parks. I didn't see any teenagers in the park, Drag. Tell you the truth. I didn't see anybody really below the age of 20 or so. If I was a young person, I'd be so far away from that park because something bad is going to happen to you if you're a young person over there, male or female. That is not the place that you want to be hanging out. If I was really down on my luck, I'd be on the bus to San Diego and be hanging at Pacific Beach with my own age group or whatever. Yeah, I think it probably is Sharon, but it also it's that who cares mentality. You think drugs make them do it? I just think it's rage against their situation a lot of times, and it's misdirected rage and all that. Yeah, Echo Park. A lot of these places used to be nice. I mean, can you imagine if you brought Douglas MacArthur, the great general, the general that I shall return, retook the Philippines, the whole bloody island hopping campaign to get to Japan and uh, Iwo Jima and all these places, all the blood that was shed to get back there, and for him to come back and come to life in that park and look at it, that park that's named in his honor out there, which is, I mean, I don't know. He'd shake his head today and say, "Damn, what the hell happened in the last 60 years? What the hell? Is it the end of the world? Is civilization declining? I mean, what the hell? What the hell?" And then sometimes mess with the common sense disappears. Yeah. So I never think about that. Hearing that song in my head. Yeah. Why ruin your? So don't. If you're a young person, that's not the place to go. You're definitely going to be assaulted. You're going to end up being abused. down there. That's almost guaranteed. Don't walk it alone. Okay? Don't be provocative. Keep your lights low when you're moving around and all that. Yeah. How you doing, Robert? Good to see you. Uh, our vets. This has been a recurring theme for me for years, Cobra John. Is that our vets have to fight for their turn in line? Where, in my opinion, vets should be the top line item. Behind the Department of Defense and providing for the common good and security of the nation. Vets should be at the top of the list. But we know how that works out. Oh, you're welcome, Craig. You're welcome. You're very welcome. The laws are to lean. A lot of countries have poverty. It's kind of a bitter destruction. Freely, kids went down road with wagon, giving tomatoes away. Yeah, throw into the La Brea tar pits. Well, God forbid we ever get that far along that it's a Mad Max world, Pansy. Because probably you and I will be at the head of the. We'll be taking the first dips into La Brea tar pits. I can certainly say that. Let's switch gears now and get to the other subject that I wanted to cover tonight. Is sometimes I feel like a ping pong ball on YouTube. But you, my subscribers and watchers, know one thing. And it's something I've repeatedly told Chris, and I've not, maybe one time, told Lisa, and other people on YouTube through the years that have had affairs of the heart and things like that. In my opinion, the worst thing that you can try to do on YouTube is to be an intermediary between people. In theory, it all sounds good until everybody ends up being mad at you because you become kind of the common enemy. So I've learned the hard way in life, and this was what I mean. My love boat has sailed. Okay? I mean, I've had my turn at the wheel, relationships and things like that, and I'm at the point in my life now where if something happens, it happens. But in no way, shape, or form am I seeking it out. Therefore, in no way, shape, or form am I going to tell other people what to do or intervene. But when you have your phone blowing up, between the people trying to catfish and trying to steer things a certain way on YouTube and things like that, between the people working the catfishes, you have to also balance that off against the people that have an vested interest in love, which is not a bad thing, or a vested interest in separating a perceived disaster. Okay. And I've said before, I'm not a clearinghouse for love and relationships. Never. Am I a sounding board? Yeah, there we go, Rhonda. Am I a sounding board? Does Chris talk to me? Yes. Sometimes 3-4 times a day. Okay. Guess it's a way to let off steam. I don't know. I've rarely talked to Lisa. I think on a 3-way conversation now and then or something like that. But I can tell that she's emotionally, cooked up in this whole stew. So I have people writing me, can't you intervene in this thing? Can you, Rosie, can you make this thing work? Can you fix this thing? Man, woe to the person. Woe to the person that thinks that they can come in and make things right in a relationship. So there we go, Scottish. So when Chris sounds off a couple times a day, I understand it. Okay? But at no point in that have I ever told him, nor have I ever offered an opinion what you should do. I've never told Chris where you should go, who you should hang out with, who you should love. Go to Pittsburgh. Time to leave Pittsburgh. Okay? Never. Words have never come out of my mouth because it's not my business. Right? It's your own situation to make or break. Okay? So, for those people who've been writing to me to tell me, tell Chris this, tell Chris that, tell Chris get it together. And it's not just this, there's been other love relationships on YouTube too. I'm going to level with. There's been other ones too. Okay, because I'm friendly with a lot of people. All right? Okay? I'm friendly with a lot of people. But I can't think of any one person that's ever had success on YouTube trying to fix something that's going on in the community. Okay? People are independent on YouTube. People have their own ideas of how they want to run things. And maybe one of the reasons that I get along well with a lot of people is I do just mind my own business and I don't tell people what they should do. And I don't fire up hangouts and just throw people's names in the title, right, for views and that kind of stuff. Okay? Because it's respect. And there's that level of respect. Hey Molly, good to see you. It's wise to stay clear. It really is. And I don't believe that I don't think he would take it out on me, but what I'm saying is what would I offer him? What would I offer Lisa? Right? Just in this particular, what do I have to offer? Whoa. If you love each other, hey, get together. Well, oh, that was great, Rosie. That was sounded excellent. That helped. You know, and all that. Who would need to go down that line? So you know a couple that met on YouTube and got married. I don't think. Hi, Michael. I don't think. Uh, I I think a relationship between two content creators would be a disaster. I'm just putting it out there. I'm just being honest. A relationship between content creators, I think, is a disaster. If it works out, it's great, right? It's two happy people that are now sharing their lives. It's double mint, right? Or certs, two mints in one, right? But man, woo! Let me tell you the flip side of that coin. When stuff goes bad, which it may, there's a trail of tears behind that. There's a trail of disclosure of DMs, of voicemails, of opinions expressed in a heated moment that can't be taken back again. And I really believe that it's almost impossible to really work that kind of relationship. Meet somebody, enjoy them, take them to dinner. If the mood is right, hook up, have a good time, be friends. But I'll tell you, this constant daily grind to the point that the trickle down effect is it's starting to impact my life. I'm starting to get psychotic about some of this stuff. All right. I'm not going to be intervening in affairs of the heart. I sat on that rotten chair in that patio set All 168 pounds of me. His own business list. Oh, that's good. I just don't. Yeah, that's right, quirky girl. You're probably a good pincushion, honey. I'm just saying. I'm putting it out there. I had enough of drama when I ran panels and things. But this is what I say to Lisa and for Chris and anybody else that's in relationships out there on YouTube. Figure it out, okay, and just make it happen between yourselves. I mean, one wonderful thing is both of you have a lot of friends. And a lot of friends that care. You listen to Lisa's Hangouts. She's got a lot of people that love her, that come on the side chat, send her things. Obviously, she's got an embedded base of people that really enjoy her and really have a lot of heart for her. And she's been doing her own thing on YouTube for years. Same thing with Chris. He's got an embedded base of people that send. I mean, I got Christmas stuff I got to give him that was sent here, right? But understand that nobody on the outside of that twosome can do anything to help that situation. Okay, you can come up, you can hold hands and all that, and commiserate. Yeah, I'm sorry that happened. But beyond that, I don't ever see, in my opinion, they're rough because you always have two people that are on YouTube. It's one thing to collaborate and travel and stuff because you know that has a beginning and the end, but to collaborate in life and be in life is a totally different story. So I don't want to be that. Hey, Mikhail, we're gonna head you out of here, brother. It's English only at the table. Just pretend it's you're playing cards here, okay? All right, it's English only at the table. And if thumbs up are appreciated, guys, if we could get up to 100, it's getting back to normal where you live. For the most part, people are excited. But we've been down this road before. This was the time last year, post spring break. Remember Florida spring break last year? Kaboom! Super spreader. Right? And we were off to the races again. I don't know. I don't know. So that's it. Well, now they get one. Well, Amanda, I don't know. Um, for me, I love ladies and things, and I would love to meet some of them here and buy a dinner or hang out. And I would still be friend. The friendship's important. And especially when you get older, you value friendship, I think, a lot more than love. Okay? Think about that, right? Friendship starts to really take a really high position in your mind. And maybe that's because, maybe in a way, that's because you've learned to reorder your priorities in your mind and understand that looks go, but the reality is you see the totality of the person. And I really like that. Hey, Johnny West, haven't seen you in a while. Any new travel ideas? Robert Mack, after Easter Sunday, I'm taking off for an extended Central Valley tour of California before it gets too hot. Okay, so I'm going to start at Modesto and work my way down the valley. I'm going to look at Modesto and I'm going to try to understand what makes Janet tick. Okay, being a product. I'm going to at least look at the Sun-Made Raisin Factory, and I'm going to look at Ernest and Julio Gallo's Winery, the largest bottler of wine in the world. I'm going to do the whole damn Monte down the valley. Fresno, all the way down. The whole, loving friendship is good. And the beautiful thing about older people, their expectations for love become very tempered. They don't experience puppy love. you'll say, well, Rosie, that girl Johanna, that beautiful girl, trans sister, came on your chat last night and you were doing everything except bite the steering wheel off. Okay. I know. I know. Okay, I was having flashbacks. But it is nice not to have those expectations. And friendship, I think, is, yeah, take us along. Friendship, I think, is outstanding. And I will be taking people along. Scottish, if you could post the link to my Rosie Murphy channel, just on the off chance a few people aren't subbed up in here, because I'm going to, when this trip is underway, I'm going to be moving my live streams to that channel. Now, the good news in the beginning, that'll mean a smaller crew of people there. It'll mean more personalized interaction and things like that. We're not going to have the 200, 300 people on a chat. We'll have small chats. It'll be nice. It'll grow. But it would be a pleasure to see you guys over there. This is something that I've wanted to do for a while. When I'm home, I think it's fine to be on the channel here doing, but when I'm on the road, I think it's important to segregate that out there. So thank you. There's the link for that channel. So if you sub that up real quick, then you're not going to miss any of the thing, because I will be going live. And we will be walking the streets of some of these towns and checking out. It's all new territory. There might be new alleys of doom. All right? Nighttime taco trucks and adventures and spooky looking places to check out. Friends are forever. People don't seem to work at love, too eager to upgrade to the latest model. I also think, Dragon, that YouTube is not a great platform if you got two creators, for one very simple reason. Both creators have outlets to leverage their love or their dislike for each other, depending on what happens. They have the ability to leverage that out to a tremendous number of people through live streams. And there you get into the potential of the nuclear one-up game. Well, I'm going to take it up a level, and I'm going to take it up a level, and it's just, it can be disastrous. Disastrous. Yeah, I have another channel, the Rosie Murphy channel, that I really would like to have, as some of the other YouTubers, Black Bigot, a few of the other ones have. As Black Bugatti now, they do their main content on the main channel, and then they do the live streams on the other channel. Because I'm going to be doing such a heavy amount of traveling, I want everything to just flow travel on there, and I don't want to have interruptions with live streams and all that kind of. You missed the cooking videos? Yeah, they'll be back. Chowchilla, kids burned in school. There's a lot of horrible stuff that's happened in the Central Valley. Yeah, I did watch the Marilyn. You watch my Marilyn Monroe moment down there. Pretty funny. Bobby Blue Eyes, this is the first time I've ever seen this person in my chat, so just be advised with that disclaimer. Rosie, with all due respect, does Chris have bugs? A lot of people are making videos, getting pretty upset. I'm sure he can resolve it if he does. Bobby Blue Eyes, there's very few RVs out there that don't have bugs. And there's a lot of RVs that have mice inside of them. Okay, you have a vehicle that's in direct contact with the ground. All right, a lot of people in long-term parking situations, they'll roll their tires or jack up their vehicles so that their tires are off the ground. Okay. It's almost inevitable that you're going to have bugs, especially if a vehicle sat a while. All right, certainly nothing to be concerning or nothing to be upset about. I haven't been to Palm Springs Cemetery, but I would like to cap my trip at Palm Springs or Slab City. That would be awesome. Well, thank you, EJ. I appreciate that. Thank you. You never know on YouTube when something's gonna. So that's now become 17 seconds. Maybe my number one. I don't know. I have that how to change out how to rough in a shower mixer valve. I think that's and meeting Jimmy Swaggart. I mean, I've got some big ones on there. So, my dad had the Moderna first shot. I'm so happy. What's the one you got? I had the Moderna Mos. You're not rude, Bobby. I don't mind answering questions about things, but these are pretty common. My point tonight is I don't want to be in the middle of a love loop. Okay, I don't want to be in the middle of, if you were to ask Chris honestly, has Rosie ever given you any advice about something? He would say no. But if somebody asks me something, which he's never done, then I offer my opinion. But until that time, I don't really do it. Road runners and rattlesnakes, that's right. But Palm Springs is a very interesting place down there. You have the Santa Rosa Mountains, you have the Palm Springs Tramway. I think that's 2.5 miles, a hell of an epic ride. There's a lot of cool stuff in Palm Springs and a lot of resorts down there. Waiting for my stimulus money, and it's going to cost some money. But I'm going to take that money and stimulate the economy. So, we're going to see what happens. Hey, Nature Woman, how you doing? Yeah, you're welcome, Dee. I'm not a keeper, man. I'm not a keeper. And I got people blowing up my face. Chris coming there, and I don't know. It's my first experience was good. My experience with Elvis on the Rancho turned out bad. Who would have figured, right? So, what do we have to go on? This is somebody I've spent time with. Okay, somebody I know very well now. Somebody who's excited to travel and put it in gear. And if he wants to bring the RV in here and do a few touch-ups and a few, go over and do a few maintenance things, I think that's fine. I don't see a big issue. Have you seen Me Wong? I don't know what that means. Yeah, there you go, Ron. Where do people come in? I don't know because I don't know, they think I got some special ability to do a mind meld like in Star Trek. You know, I don't do that. I tend to accept people as they are. I was over on the side chat today, popping in earlier today. Um, and somebody was posting on the chat that it's just so horrible, Rosie, the way this guy talks to people, and it's such a turnoff, and I don't know why people do this. And I said, well, with all due respect, why are you here? I've always been a continuous thing. The same thing with Elvis. If you didn't like Elvis, why were you there? I mean, that's the thing that I just don't, it just doesn't compute with me. And of course, you never get an answer. It's like, okay, well, you caught me out. Oh, I guess I'm enjoying the content. Yeah, I guess you are. I don't know. So, uh, very nice. Yeah, they do bring it to my chat. Has been there anywhere in the U.S. that you haven't been in? It's really strange. I don't have a lot of interest in the Northwest. I guess because I associate it with big, you know, big evergreens and rain and stuff like that. So I think if I travel with the boss and Janet, which could be fun depending on the boss's mood. Right? Ride with the boss is a epic thing. Then it'll open my eyes to the Northwest. I'd like to do the industrial belt tour. I mean, this is going to sound really crazy to you, Bobby, But I like industrial and post-industrial touring. You know, I'm attracted to towns like Akron and Ashtabula and Cleveland and Gary, Indiana, and all these Toledo. Just I'm not interested in ultra modern gleaming cities. I want to see how people are surviving after the boom, right? That's where shit gets really interesting, and not a lot of people are touring those kind of towns. Okay, I'm not going to be taking off for the Swiss Alps. Oh, this is a big horn. That was cool. Or drinking beer in a beer garden with girls with big tits bringing ten beers at a time to the table. I mean, it's cool. I may do that. All right, take that back. Okay. But you understand what I'm saying? I don't have interest in that. I have interest in the down and dirty, the nitty gritty of daily life, where the rubber meets the road. Okay, that's where I love that whole area from Pittsburgh to Wheeling to Sandusky, right on through Columbus, Dayton, the whole schmear, right up and then up to the north part. So, yeah, we like the underbelly tours. Where else are you going to see it? You know, Cleveland has the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I'm sure it's cool. But I'm going to straight up tell you, you're not going to see me taking you around. All right, I'm sorry. So those of you who want to see that, you ain't ever going to see it. What you're going to see me is on the back streets and the tough towns and post-industrial shithole factory areas and that kind of place. Okay, I might die out there, but at least you'll always say on YouTube, well, she did exactly what she wanted to do right up to the end. So that's it. I don't have any, I don't, and it's not Chris. Chris hasn't asked me anything. I'm just saying for the people that are writing me to please get in the middle, please get on a three-way phone call with Chris and Lisa and Rosie. You work this thing out, okay? They both love each other. Just work it out. It's like, really? I think I'd rather go out to the garage and put my head into the vise on the workbench and just start slowly twirling it tight till my damn head pops. Okay? Too much non-rock and roll in the Hall of Fame. I get that, Pansy. You know? Yeah, Centrale is where the fire. I'd love to go to Centrale. I mean, I've been through Mahoney and all the Mahoney was cool. Did a live stream in Mahoney, Pennsylvania on 81. Great town. Just blown out, great, cool. But it's a challenging town because you got to pry the oyster open a little bit. And these kind of towns tend to be very, very tight knit. Like down in West Virginia and Kentucky and Hurricane and down in that area, where a lot of my roots come up down there, Matewan and all those areas down there. It's hard to get people just fired up, but there's stories to be told. Hey, Bliss, lifeguard, yeah, maybe so. Bobby Blue says, I've tried to help friends in relationships. It doesn't work out. It doesn't work out. It's up to those two. So a lot of people's hearts are in the right place. Rosie was really bad today. Lisa, Chris, just jump in there and, get them together and get this stuff worked out. Ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. You want to go on a trip to dig for gins? Yes, I've been to Hershey Park when I was a choir boy / altar boy growing up. Our reward every year was to a trip to Hershey Park at the end of the year. Yeah, so I've been to Hershey Park a lot of times. Yeah, yep. Yeah, the abandoned highways now privately owned in Centralia. I think, yeah, we only got 7 thumbs up to 100. Yeah, Centralia is where the underground coal fire has been burning in that seam for. They had to move people out of the town, right? So it's that's interesting stuff. Have you ever been around where I live? With yeah, I've been Rhonda. I've been to the Outer Banks, which I loved. I've been to New Bern. Okay, I've been all over the Carolinas. Um, so I love it. I was in Corolla. I was Kitty Hawk. In my opinion, the Wright Brothers National Park there is, I don't care what you call natural beauty, but to anybody that has any inkling of interest in engineering and tinkering and doing things like that and inventing early inventors, that Wright Brothers Museum and was the single best museum I ever went in my life. Because I went into that museum thinking that these brothers were just a couple of bicycle riding, beer drinking, tinkering dudes just flying by the seat of their pants. And yeah, okay, it kind of flies, you know. Okay, we went 12 feet. I don't think there's a future. If I'd been there, I'd say there's no future in this, man. Let's pack it up. I came at a museum, I saw notebooks where they did advanced mathematical calculations on lift and warp wing to get the plane to turn, and I was just absolutely astounded. They couldn't find a light enough engine to remember this is 1906, all right? Engines are like half horsepower. So the damn guys build their own, right? Their own internal combustion engine. It's mind blowing. It's mind blowing. Yep. People need to keep things private. Yes, they do, and that's why it'll never be a success on YouTube. It might blow up. It eventually it'll just turn into a psychotic mess. It'll just be awful. So, good night, Amanda. Good night. I appreciate you. So I've been up to Ocracoke Island, Outer Banfield, get another kind. It's all beautiful there. But it's not many things have turned my thinking around in life. And it's also another point in life that made me understand that there's history and then there's real history. Textbook history, you might have an inset in a history book in high school, you know, called The First Flight or whatever. You got no insight. You get no idea the brains of these guys and things until you start tearing into the real. That's why I really love history. Because the real history is so damn fascinating that when you tell it these days, people are like astounded when it's like, wow, you know, Rosie really knows U.S. history. And yeah, because it's fascinating. Yeah, the canals, hand dug, all that. There you go, Liz, exactly. Hey, Susan, aeronautic, brilliant. I love watching. That's what I'm saying, Teresa. If your dad was an aeronautical engineer, you know, that's awesome, right? There's a place in Maryland where, yeah, I've been to Aztec Island camping many times. You better not mind big ass horse flies, okay? Because you're going to get the living hell bit out of you there. But it's a beautiful place. And every year at the end of the season, they round up a certain number of the wild ponies and they swim them across the channel to Chincoteague Island where they auction them off for the benefit of the Chincoteague, Virginia Fire Department. Yeah, it's a well-known story. It's been National Geographic and everything else, but Ocean City is very interesting there. Thank you, guys. We went over the top of 100. Whatever, faster, not a pick a month before. Yeah, there's a lot of controversy about things. So there were people. There's still people that still fight about the Alexander Graham Bell and the and the telephone and who had the first radio, and people still fighting Marconi and all that kind of crap. Okay, thank you, Robert. The beautiful Kiwana is here. How you doing, sweetie? Most people prefer fake history. What's up, Skunk? I don't know. I research it from a lot of different angles, right? A lot of different angles. So you never ask him, he would just build you a clock. That's it. So I'd love to see. Yeah, the wild ponies of Chincoteague Island are good. I hope to get to Ocean City. More than that, I hope to get you guys to the eastern shore of Maryland. I mean, that is amazing. Smith Island, where they still speak a dialect of the Queen's English. Down there, it's an island that's gradually sinking because of global warming, and the way of life is disappearing. The watermen, the crabbers, the oysters, the places like Crisfield, the hard crab capital of the world, and St. Michael's, the town that fooled the British. And I mean, it's just a whole different way of life. It's like being in the deep south down there. It's amazing. It's amazing. Yeah, the flies are bad. Yeah. Yeah, good to see you, Kwan. I'm doing good. I'm doing good, honey. So, wild horses. Okay, Pansy, take care. Yeah, the old Elizabethan derived language, exactly. I'd love to show that stuff to you guys. The town of Pocomoke City and Berlin, Maryland, and Snow Hill and Salisbury, where Frank Perdue began his huge chicken operations there, just enormous scale. I mean, Maryland produces massive numbers of chickens there. It's amazing. Good night, Monkey Boy. So, Eastern Shore is beautiful. It's a whole different way of life. The ponies are still there. Well, thank you, Dave, and God bless you and your mom. I'm going to go about 5 minutes. That'll take me up to an hour and a half. I said the things I want to do one more time. Scottish, if you could post my link to the Rosie Murphy channel, because I'll get on my travel. The first night I'll be live on this channel, and then on my travels and adventures, I'm only going to be live on the Rosie Murphy channel for live streaming, and Rosie O'Kelly will be recorded content. So you want to make sure you have the balance on that, because I want to turn my channel. I've been working very hard to redo a lot of things on the channel. There's been a lot of pain. I've had to take out 7 million views in videos altogether. It's been very painful, but it's putting the channel in a position I want for finally, if this pandemic clears, to be able to travel and all that. So that would be awesome. There's the chat. Thank you, Scottish. That's good, Bliss. I hope. It used to be years ago. Top notch. Yeah, it was a top-notch city. It's still a hell of. It still amazes me. It's a hell of a big tourist city, more than when I was a kid. When I went downtown, you take your life in your hands, right? And where I grew up, it was just, one eye this way and one eye this way. Okay. But it's blessed with a beautiful skyline. It's blessed with a beautiful inner harbor, and it's blessed with a lot of historic stuff. It's where the first shots of the Civil War were fired, when the Massachusetts Regiment, the 168th Regiment, had to walk across downtown from the B&O depot over to another depot, and the shooting began. It's got Fort McHenry, where the Francis Scott Key sat offshore and watched the bombardment of Baltimore after Washington got burned, and where the national anthem was written. There's a lot of good stuff. Babe Ruth Museum, where Babe Ruth was born and raised. There's a lot of really cool. There's a lot of really cool stuff there. World renowned Johns Hopkins University, Walters Art Gallery, Peabody Conservatory of Music. There's a lot of cool stuff there. So. Hey, Lulu. Yeah, Scottish has it on the ball. She's wonderful. She's another one of my amazing mods that I'm very blessed with. Oh, you cut your own hair. Do you use a Flowbee, Rhonda? A Flowbee. Yeah, I might be popping around to another chat tonight, but I want to keep my chat sort of short, sweet, and to the point. I like driving by Dover. You know, that was one of the first jobs that I did when I was working for Henkel's and McCoy, who are national contractors, and I helped pull the fiber optic cable for all those buildings, between pulling all that fiber optic cable through all those underground runs between those buildings. I guess it was 1990. Yeah, 1990. Yep. Yeah, you're welcome, Bliss Bliss. Providence Plantation in the 1640s. Use your dog stickers. Use that Floby. Use that Floby. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for being here tonight. Janet, I guess I will see you. I guess I'll see you on Monday. I got some things to do. I want to finish up Bobby's taxes. I got some more taxes to do tomorrow, so I'm going to probably come down on the Monday and we'll get underway. We'll get underway there. So yeah, thank you, Elmer. I appreciate that. Good seeing you again, Sharon. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you guys have not seen the Mexican trip, just hit the playlist and enjoy. You'll get inspired to travel. And there's something really nice about having that in a playlist. And right now, there's no monetization. There won't be any ads. So it'll just seamlessly take you from one to another, and you can enjoy the whole experience. Thank you, Patricia, for being here. The wonderful Shimei, Bliss Bliss Dragon. Thank you for coming in, and thank you for, in a good way, Dragon, having an interchange with me, and not just, as I call, firebombing me in the chat and stuff like that. I like this channel because things like homelessness, we can have respect, and we can still see both sides of the issue with taxation and things. I really like that. I really like that. So, all right, everybody, thanks so much, and see you tomorrow.